Jackson Radio Show.
Special good wishes to those watching from Las Vegas, where you know what happened on Sunday night. I'm not going to get deep into it again tonight. I said what I had to say last night, but I do want to say something to these nuts who spent most of the day today on television and online attacking those of us who think we need to do something about the fact that 59 innocent people were killed. They say it's inappropriate to be talking about it because it's too soon. Well, maybe it's too soon for you, because deep down inside, you know, in your heart, you know you bear some responsibility for the fact that almost anyone can get any weapon they want. Now you want to cover yourself until the storm of outrage passes. You can go back to your dirty business as usual. But it's not too soon for us, because we're Americans. And last time I checked, the First Amendment is at least as important as the Second Amendment. So we will talk about it. And shame on you for suggesting we do otherwise.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com, 844-551-8255. So I wrote a book called Race Pimping, but you could call it gun pimping. You could call it whatever. Pick your amendment, 1st, 2nd, 4th, 10th, whatever it may be. It's all pimping. Jimmy Kimmel, and I've asked this question, when did this guy become the purveyor of all things political? We got to hear about his kid and the heart condition, and I feel for any parent whose kid goes through that. If my kid had a heart condition, I'd be upset about it. But I wouldn't be hawking Obamacare over it. I wouldn't take my own just limited personal situation and go, this could have been like that or this. I mean, look, I get it. I do understand people thinking they're helping. Jimmy Kimmel, guy's got money to do whatever he wants to do, but his kid gets sick or whatever. And, I think about all the people who couldn't do it. Did you think about all the people that couldn't do it, that squandered their lives? Is it that they couldn't do it, or is it that they didn't do it? And I know that's the age-old question. Kevin, you don't want to help anybody. You're just heartless. That's completely false. I want to help everybody. But you know who I won't help? I won't help people who are lazy. I won't help people who have their hand out. They just expect help. Feel, here's the word, entitled. You're not entitled to anything. I tell my sons all the time, especially my youngest, because he's obviously home. I say to him, look, buddy, it doesn't matter how smart you are. Doesn't matter how handsome you are. People are going to help you if you show a good attitude. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the best looking. You don't have to be anything-ist. All you got to be is personable and show a willingness. That's what people want. I talk about it all the time when I'm training kids. I've trained more kids in the martial arts, and there are some of them I love that kid. There's a kid that plays on my son's baseball team. His name is Cole. Cole is the worst athlete on the planet. Poor kid. Wears these really thick glasses. He's very short, probably the shortest kid on the team. And little wiry legs. He's not fast. He's got no coordination. I mean, for all intents and purposes, Cole should have been, 8 years old and 7 feet. He's so gangly looking. You know what I mean? He's little, but he's gangly looking. But I love this kid. Oh my gosh. This kid tries so hard. He will not. I'll say, Cole, you get up there and show him what you can do. And he'll look out in the crowd and give me a thumbs up. I mean, an aggressive, like, yeah. And if he strikes out, I'll say, Cole, you went down swinging. And he'll look at me like, yeah. I absolutely adore this kid. His dad won't let me, but I would take this kid and make him into a champion. His dad might let me, actually. I haven't asked him. But, his dad loves his kid. He's not going to let him come live with me to make him into a champion, but he might. I'll get back with you guys on that. But you know what I love about this kid? I love his attitude. He's undaunted. He misses a ball in the field. The other day, it was so thrilling. They threw a guy out at second base, and he's not reliable catching the ball. He caught that ball and hung onto it like a lobster claw. Oh. And then in the outfield, they hit him a ball. He caught that ball. I was shocked. I mean, it was an easy ball for anybody else on the team, but got hit to Cole, and everybody in the audience was, And he caught it. And it was like, whoa. And I'm congratulating this kid. You would think this kid is mine. Seriously. I care about him. But it's his attitude. That's what I care about. Anyway, these leftists that believe that they know so much. Jimmy Kimmel, if you took Jimmy Kimmel out hunting or said, I tell you what, Jimmy, I'm going to take you out into the wilderness, drop you off. Here's your knife. Here's your gun. Now, go survive. Knife and a gun. I don't think he could do it. These guys, they're so spoon-fed. They are cellophane and styrofoam. That's where I get my meat in the grocery store type people. They see guns as evil. They don't see people as evil. It's funny to me that Jimmy Kimmel can talk about guns for an entire monologue, but he won't say a word. Well, the guy, he's obviously deranged, but he got his hands on a gun. Oh, okay, so a deranged guy took some sort of a weapon and killed people, and you blame the weapon? God, when do these people wake up? And they're influencing so many folks. And you know what? We don't have any way to push back. And this is, I've talked about this before. Guns are one of these issues where the left is divided. Black folks, tell black people you don't need a gun. Tell them that. In the hood. It's like this heroin dealer that they go, that cop planted a gun. You know, it's just amazing how he planted that gun. And I'm always like, really? Okay, so because we all know that heroin dealers don't have a gun. Sure. Because you guys have heard me talk about this, but when a guy was arguing with me about it, I said, where was the other gun? And he was like, what are you talking about? I said, you claim they planted a gun. How many guns did they find? One. Oh, so they found the planted gun, correct? Yes. Okay. Where was the other gun? He's like, what? I go, oh, well, what you want me to believe is a dude dealing heroin in a black neighborhood, meeting people to do his heroin deals, doesn't have a gun. Is that what you're trying to tell me? And then he got it. Oh. And I said, yeah, oh. So unless they find a second gun, you explain to me, is this the nicest heroin dealer in the hood? Because he shouldn't call himself a dealer. He should call himself the heroin gifter, because nobody's going to pay him. If he doesn't have the ability to show some gat, he ain't going to get, he's just giving he's the heroin deliverer. Nobody's pays him. And he's got to be able to show, I'll shoot you. And believe me, that dude got a rap sheet longer than a Polish woman's last name. Don't even talk to me about this. And then the guy's like, well, man, I mean, yeah, you got me there. I know I got you. Gun control. Jimmy Kimmel can talk gun control, security, lives in great neighborhoods, hobnobs, gets picked up by other people. You know, who knows? But he'll talk gun control, all right. Just not his.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.